Hi everyone, welcome to Mysterious Reality. If you are joining me for the first time, thank you for stopping by. And if you've always joined me, may God bless you for always standing by me. Today I want to give us a few tips on how to help a child that is slow in learning. Children who are slow in learning. There are kids who are slow. They do things at their own pace. Some of these kids, even until 2, 3, it's hard for them to say the word mommy, thank you, daddy. Yeah, these are the extremes, It doesn't mean they are dumb, no. But they just do things at their own pace. From my experience, some of these kids turns out to be very intelligent later in life, very smart, very articulate, very, very reliable in life. Some of these kids I'm talking about. So that a child is slow today doesn't mean this child is a dummy. No. In fact, there is no word like a dummy. Okay? And so I'm here today to share a few things or a few tips how we can help children with this kind of issues. I am not talking as a professional, but I'm talking as one who has gathered a lot of experience in my many years of child caring, child nurturing, child raising. Growing up as a young girl, I was privileged to move from house to house, caring for other people's children. And so this has given me a wide range of experience as to knowing what to do when a child have issues like this. So I'm going to be sharing with us a few tips on what we should be done when you notice your child is slow in speaking, slow in doing things, slow in saying reasonable words. There are things you can dictate. These things are dictated in children quite early in life, because when a child who is up to 3 years can't pronounce the word mommy, and this child isn't dumb, I think the child falls into this category. There are children who don't speak until they are 3+. Doesn't mean they are not okay. They are okay. It's just that they choose to do things at their own pace. So I'm here to give us a few tips on how to help children like this. I have seen children who don't talk at all till they are 2, till they are 3, till they are 3+. But later they turn out to be very intelligent. I have seen it. So I'm not talking as a professional, but as someone who has gathered enough experience. So for you to handle a child like this, there are a few don't do's in handling children like this. You don't beat the child. You don't scold the child. You don't nag the child. You don't shout at the child. These things will not help. You don't get angry and act as a result of your anger. No. If you do that, it will help threaten and prolong the situation. So what and what should be done? I've just said things that should not be done. What and what should be done? Number 1, you must be very patient in handling kids like this. As a mother, usually the mothers or the father are the best people to help this child. It doesn't mean you can't get a hired hand. You can, but this hired hand will not do a better work than you as a parent would do. So number 1, you have to be very patient as a parent. Number 2, you must be consistent in your teaching. You must get teaching aids. Have teaching aids. Start very early. Buy them readings. Buy them kids educational cartoons, educational readings, educational movies, CDs. Buy as much as possible. Always play it around the house. Let them listen to it. Let them sing. Let them hum. Let them be part of it. Each day, either of the parents should try to spend time with this child. The truth is that when you have children that is of this category, they need special attention. That is the truth. So number one, you have to be very patient. Number two, you need teaching aids like educational movies, educational materials, CDs, rhymes, kids rhymes, alphabet, mathematics, all those rhyming stuff, those rhyming cartoons, fruits and vegetable CDs for kids. You have to get those educational teaching aids for them. It's very necessary. That's number two, getting teaching aids. Number three, you have to spend time with these children each day, even if it's 30 minutes. You must create that 30 minutes of your time and spend it with them. Sit down with them, read with them, let them write, let them color, let them try to solve problems. If you try to teach them and they are not picking it up, please allow them to be. Next time you continue, don't get angry and start beating the child or start abusing the child or start screaming at the child and scolding and please, out of anger, don't do that. Instead, pack pack the books for that day and continue some other time. Number three, don't spend so much time in teaching at a time. At least each study should not exceed 30 minutes. And that 30 minutes, make it fun, make it loving. Don't scold, don't beat, don't flog, don't batter the child with bad words. If the child isn't picking, allow the child to be for that day. Next time you continue. So, again, the child needs a lot of praising. If you're able to teach the child few things and the child is able to pick few things, please appreciate the child, praise him, appreciate him or her, get them gift if it's possible, make them feel loved and cared for. Let them understand that they are doing their best. You really appreciate the little effort they are putting, that little effort, that little move, that little catching up. Try to appreciate them for it. It will boost them and help them to get better. Again, there is something they call bedtime reading. Make sure to read something for this child. I didn't say bedtime stories. I didn't mean bedtime storytelling. No, bedtime reading. Read. Even if it's a storybook, you have to read to the child's hearing. You have to do this every day. Read to the child's hearing. Read, not just telling. Read it. Read to the child's hearing every day. If it's a Bible, in those days I usually use Bible. I read Bible to them. Sometimes storybooks, but you must make it a habit to read to the hearing of this child every day. Okay? Apart from bedtime reading, also pray for this child. Pray for this child. Remember, no scolding, no beating, no hitting. If you do that, it will reduce the rate at which the child will respond. It will create fear and tension on the child each time you say anything about studying, reading. It creates fear. So in as much as this child is slow, in as much as this child is not fast in picking what you're teaching, you must learn to be patient. And the best person to do this work is you as the parents. 30 minutes isn't too much every day for your child. 30 minutes for studying and 15 minutes bedtime story. It's not too much. It's worth the sacrifice. I have seen children who couldn't talk at the age of 3 plus, but this method we are applied, and these children, after a couple of 2 years, 3 years, these children comes out to be the best in their class. I know one, before he turned 6, he was already winning awards. But this is a child that spoke the first word at the age of 3. So if you have a child who is like this, I encourage you to try out this idea, or you have maybe a friend's child, try out this. It has worked for so many parents. I'm sharing it to the world because I know there are millions of people who might need it. And please, don't listen alone. Share with your friends and follow me on my YouTube channel and Facebook, and share whatever you feel, any of my video that you feel that would be of help to anyone. Please share it to them, and please do subscribe to my YouTube channels. Thank you for always being there. God bless you.